the Kansas City Chiefs making major changes. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Kansas City Chiefs news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Kansas City Chiefs urged to sign ex-Raiders Pro Bowler after suffering first loss. The Kansas City Chiefs suffered their first loss against the Buffalo Bills. They have already added players to their team throughout the season, but they may need more help. Fansided's Mark Powell urged the Chiefs to sign former Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Hunter Renfrow to help them achieve their three-peat. Renfrow hasn't played this season, but the former Raider was an elite slot receiver with Derek Carr throwing him passes. Just imagine what Renfrow can do with Mahomes. Last season, Renfrow had just over 250 yards receiving, wrote Powell. However, it's tough to expect much more from him with Aidan O'Connell and Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback in Vegas. The Chiefs' need at receiver was not lost on general manager Brett Veach. They drafted Xavier Worthy in the first round of the NFL draft. He has not proven to be a consistent threat yet. They also swung a deal for DeAndre Hopkins at the deadline. However, they may still view the position as a need. As I mentioned earlier in the article, Mahomes hasn't looked like his usual self since last season, wrote Powell. Perhaps that is due to the declining play of Travis Kelce, but the lack of a go-to weapon on the outside probably has something to do with it. Perhaps a veteran receiver, like Renfrow in the slot, could give the Chiefs' offense some juice as they try to win the Super Bowl for the 3rd consecutive season. He was a Pro Bowler in 2021 with 1,038 yards and 9 touchdowns. The Kansas City Chiefs have been one of the most popular proposed landing spots for one-away wideout Davante Adams, given their injuries at the position. But the Chiefs may not be ready to make that sort of splash just yet. On Monday, Albert Breer of SI.com reported that the Chiefs, at least for now, are weighing their options. The Chiefs' plan at receiver: examine what it looks like with Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, et al. At the position, and then plan toward the November 5th trade deadline. The Tennessee Titans' DeAndre Hopkins, Treylon Burks, and Panthers' Adam Thielen, Deontay Johnson could have options for Kansas City should it get aggressive. The team certainly isn't counting on having Rashee Rice or Marquise Hollywood Brown for the rest of the year, even if a glimmer of hope exists. Adams may be more unlikely if the Las Vegas Raiders decide they don't want to trade him to a divisional rival. The Chiefs would also need to create some cap space to make that deal work, another potential hurdle. It seems unlikely that Kansas City won't address the position in some way, however. The team's 215.8 yards per game through the air ranks 13th in the NFL, a number lower than expected with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Rice was the team's leading receiver, but he's potentially lost for the season with a knee injury, while Travis Kelce has gotten off to a surprisingly slow start, 15 catches for 158 yards through 4 games. And Worthy is a rookie with explosive big play ability, but isn't a leading man just yet. The second story is Patrick Mahomes warns Josh Allen, Bills with clear message for Chiefs teammates. The Buffalo Bills' victory over the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday not only ended the Chiefs' impressive 15-game winning streak, but also added another chapter to the heated rivalry between quarterbacks Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Despite the regular season defeat, Mahomes seemed unfazed, sending a clear message to his teammates and Bills' counterpart that their paths are likely to cross again in the playoffs. This ongoing duel between the Bills and the Chiefs has become one of the most exciting matchups in recent NFL history, marked by regular season fireworks and postseason drama. Heading into Week 11, the Kansas City Chiefs were the NFL's last unbeaten team, boasting a remarkable 15-game winning streak that extended back into the previous season. However, the Buffalo Bills, led by a determined Josh Allen, put an end to that run with a hard-fought victory at Highmark Stadium. This win marked Allen's 4th regular season triumph against Mahomes, giving him a 4-1 edge in such meetings. Yet, the playoffs tell a different story. The Chiefs have beaten the Bills in all 3 of their postseason matchups under Mahomes' leadership. After the game, Mahomes wasted no time hinting at a potential postseason rematch. During his handshake with Allen, Mahomes was caught saying, "We'll do it again, baby," a statement that reflects his confidence in his team's ability to rebound. Mahomes echoed this sentiment during his post-game press conference, addressing his teammates and fans with a reminder of the caliber of competition Buffalo brings to the field. "At the end of the day, that's a really good football team," Mahomes said. "It's going to take your best football to beat great football teams. And we didn't play our best football today? They went out there and beat us. That's just how it rolls in the NFL. All the respect to them. That's going to be a good football team that we'll probably see again." Mahomes' comments weren't just a reflection of his sportsmanship, but also a rallying cry for the Chiefs to prepare for what he believes will be an inevitable postseason clash. It's a reminder of the stakes involved whenever these two teams meet, especially with the AFC's playoff hierarchy on the line. Josh Allen, for his part, seemed to agree with Mahomes' prediction. During his post-game interview, Allen acknowledged the possibility of a playoff rematch, though he tempered his expectations with caution. "Knowing how things usually play out, we'll probably see this team again at some point. We have to get there first," Allen said. When asked specifically about Mahomes' remarks, Allen added, "Given our history, we tend to meet in the playoffs. Again, we're not there yet. We'll focus on that when we get there." This rivalry has delivered plenty of memorable moments, especially when the stakes are highest. In the last two regular season wins Buffalo notched against Kansas City, the Chiefs responded by going on to win the Super Bowl. In October 2022, the Bills secured a 24-20 victory over the Chiefs. But Mahomes and company had the last laugh, claiming Super Bowl 57. A similar storyline played out in the 2023 season. Buffalo edged Kansas City 20-17 in December, only for the Chiefs to bounce back with a dramatic 27-24 victory in the divisional round. That postseason run ended with Kansas City hoisting the Lombardi Trophy after winning Super Bowl 58. The stage appears set for another playoff showdown in 2025. Both teams are among the league's elite, with quarterbacks who have established themselves as two of the NFL's best. While Mahomes and Allen acknowledge the rivalry, they also understand that nothing is guaranteed. The third story is Chiefs' chase for perfection is over, but pursuit of a third straight Super Bowl title continues. The Kansas City Chiefs' pursuit of perfection came to a crashing halt on Sunday as the Buffalo Bills defeated them 30-21 in a high-stakes AFC showdown. The loss not only ended the Chiefs' 15-game winning streak, but also marked the end of their perfect record in the 2025 season. Despite the setback, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid made it clear that the team would not dwell on the loss. Instead, he was focused on the future and the continued pursuit of a bigger goal, a third consecutive Super Bowl title. Coach Reid, known for his no-nonsense approach, dismissed the significance of the team's undefeated streak in the aftermath of the defeat. In a post-game interview, he said, "I don't really care about all that crap." He was referring to the hype surrounding the Chiefs' perfect record, which had been the subject of much attention in the media and among fans. "I just try to go forward," Reid continued. "I try to exhaust what team we're playing, and I present that to the players that way, and I expect them to do the same." This mindset reflects Reid's pragmatic approach to coaching. While the loss to Buffalo stung, Reid's focus is on the bigger picture, the pursuit of a third consecutive Super Bowl victory. His comments underscore the fact that for Reid and his players, the ultimate goal is not a perfect regular season, but rather postseason success. And even after the loss, the Chiefs, now 9-1, remain in control of their fate with the best record in the NFL. They still hold the number one seed in the AFC, though Buffalo, now 9-2, has closed the gap and currently holds the tiebreaker after the victory. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, the team's star and leader, shared a similar sentiment after the game. Mahomes acknowledged that while the Chiefs weren't relaxed, he recognized that the team had been winning games by the skin of their teeth in recent weeks. "I'm not going to say we were relaxed, but at the same time, I feel like we were just coming away with these wins at the end of games," Mahomes said. The loss to the Bills may serve as a wake-up call for the Chiefs. Mahomes expressed hope that the defeat would spark greater urgency in the team, particularly on offense. "The hope is this is a spark for us, that we can play better football throughout the rest of the season and into the postseason." For Mahomes, the loss was not a reason to panic, but a reminder that the team needs to elevate its performance moving forward. There are several reasons to believe that the Chiefs will bounce back from this loss and continue their quest for a third Super Bowl title. The most immediate reasons are the potential returns of two key players, running back Isaiah Pacheco and defensive end Charles Omenihu.